These are my 5 people. 4, 5. Can you turn the light on? Okay. Thank you all for coming. Today, we're going to talk about Danish culture. If you will, I'm going to get everybody to close their eyes, and I want you to imagine with me. I want you to imagine a flat city that's north of Europe, that's weather tends to be mild and rainy winters and cool summers. You can open your eyes. You just imagine Denmark. Denmark is a country that's north of Europe. We're going to be talking about their culture. Their culture is based off their beliefs and values, their cuisine, and their celebrations. First, we're going to talk about values and beliefs. Danish culture's values and beliefs is the foundation of any culture. You gotta have your rules that you can build upon. So just take a minute and imagine your safe place, your place that when you get off from work, you can go home to, and you can just be your true inner self. In Danish culture, they call this your hygge. Your hygge, according to Monicquia, signifies a safe and low-key, intimate form of socialization. This is what every aspect of Danish culture stands on. They did everything down to how they eat, how they celebrate, and how they go about life. One of the big things that they like to do, for example, for hygge, is you can read a book and be cozy. You can play with your children, and you can have dinner together. Speaking of dinner, dinner is the only meal that most Danes share if they're not home with their children. According to my research through Medical Link, we're going to discuss a few things that they like to eat for their meals. Breakfast, which is the most important meal of the day, we'll start there. Breakfast tends to be a piece of rye bread with cream, cheese, jam, also accompanied with tea or coffee. It's the lightest meal of the day because Danes are really punctual. They like to get where they're going, so they don't have time to eat. If they don't eat this or pastry, your other option could be porridge. For lunch, it's going to be light as well, heavier than breakfast, but lighter than dinner. Since Danes are punctual, they prefer to have lunch at 12 o'clock, pretty much sharp, is everywhere. Lunch particularly consists of a smørrebrød. This is an open-faced sandwich. This is what you see here. This open-faced sandwich consists of rye bread with meat or fish, vegetables, and garnish on top. I like to make it where you can understand. Think of this as like a Subway sandwich that you don't close. You just leave it open. So they just prefer different amenities towards ours. Dinner is the heaviest meal of the day, and dinner is the meal that most Danes share together as a family. They eat at a table together. Dinner mostly consists of a meat, a salad, and or a vegetable. The national dish of Denmark is their dinner meal, which consists of roasted pork belly, roasted potatoes, and red cabbage is mainly their meal. This meal is also their meal for Christmas dinner. Celebrations plays a big role in culture. It's about how you celebrate life and how you go through life. So Christmas is one of the major holidays. I think that's a major holiday pretty much everywhere. It used to be called a winter celebration for winter solstice, But when Christianity came and introduced itself to Denmark, it became Christmas. Christmas in Denmark is a 3-day event compared to our 2-day. It starts off by December 24th through December 26th. On December 24th, everyone comes over for a Christmas dinner, and from the hours of 1730 to 2200, the whole entire town shuts down for everyone to have Christmas dinner. When the whole country shuts down, there's no transportation, there's no meals that you can eat, everyone is literally at home. After Christmas dinner and opening presents, they sing carols around the Christmas tree while they open presents. After this, they go for a walk towards the church, and then they have a ceremony at church at midnight to open Christmas. On the 25th is the day that you celebrate Christmas with all your other family. So the 24th is basically for your family that's your intermediate family, and the 25th and 26th is for everyone else. Those 3 days is also when the country is pretty much shut down. Nobody's open for business on those days. The next biggest holiday is Easter. Easter is related to the opening of the Tivoli. The Tivoli is the biggest national theme park in the country. It's based in Copenhagen. So when Easter comes, it's celebrated by having Easter lunch at the park while the kids paint their Easter eggs and roll them down the hills and play. Another thing building up to Easter is Easter letters. The children and young adults create these letters. They give hints about who wrote them. They then give these letters to individuals in secret. Once you find the letter, you have until Easter to guess who gave you the letter. Once you've given the letter, if you don't guess who it is before Easter, you owe them an Easter egg. And if you do guess, then they owe you an Easter egg. Another big holiday that would seem big to us, but isn't as big in Danish culture, is the Constitution Day. For us, 4th of July is a great big celebration where no one works at all and fireworks are set off. In Denmark, Constitution Day isn't really observed at all. Most people still work. The only people that really typically celebrate are the politicians. The politicians, they offer other politicians from other countries to come and have dinner and celebrate that way. But most Danes don't celebrate this holiday. The other big holiday we have is St. Hans Day. It did have its pagan roots at first, but once Christianity came, it became St. Hans Day. St. Hans is what we know as John the Baptist Day. They also use this day to celebrate summer solstice. On this day, everyone has lunch again together, and after they share a meal, they have bonfires. So there's bonfires all over the country, on the beaches, in big pastures. The whole country has a bunch of bonfires. Discussing, as we mentioned, having dinner, having meals together, spending time together. This is the cornerstone and the foundation of Danish culture. Hygge, which is what we talked about earlier, is the foundation of the culture, which everything that we've talked about today is a part of the culture. We've talked about how they love to spend family time together with their intermediate family as well as their other family. So today, I hope you can take a little bit of Danish culture home with you to incorporate into your own culture.